Enter, rejoice, and come in. Enter, rejoice, and come in. Today will be a joyful day. Enter, rejoice, and come in. Open your ears to the song. Open your ears to the song. Today will be a joyful day. Enter, rejoice, and come in. Open your hearts, everyone. Open your hearts, everyone. Today will be a joyful day. Enter, rejoice, and come in. My favorite verse. Don't be afraid of some change. Don't be afraid of some change. Today will be a joyful day. Enter, rejoice, and come in. One more time. Enter, rejoice, and come in. Enter, rejoice, and come in. Today will be a joyful day. Enter, rejoice, and come in.
Good morning and welcome, everyone. I'm so glad you are here. As you can see, we have our regular church year chair set up for our smaller summer attendance because of events in the church this week. If you want to kind of scoot in, I see most of you have gotten a nice aisle seat. You're welcome to do that. If not, that's fine. And as we gather today, I invite you to be here and fully present to this moment. I know I often have that to-do list of all the things I have to do running in the back of my head, or the regret list of all of the awkward things I've said over the last week running in my head. And I invite you, if you're able, to just set those aside and bring your attention to this place, this community, this time together. So come, let us gather together. Whoever you are welcome here now.
What song did I say? I'm literally blanking. Thank you so much. Okay. You can rise in body spirit if you wish. We're going to sing There Is a Love. We'll do that a few times through. I'll give it some harmony for you. There is a love holding us. There is a love holding all that we love. We'll take it down. There is a love holding all. We rest in this love. There is a love. There is a love holding us. There is a love holding all that we love. There is a love holding all. We rest in this love. One last time. Love that harmony. There is a love holding us. There is a love holding all that we love. There is a love holding this love.
Every week when we light our chalice, we take a few moments to reflect on its meaning. If you are lighting a chalice at home, we encourage you to enter the location in the chat box. This week's reading is by Paul Stephan Dodenhoff, entitled For This 1 Hour. For this 1 hour, Spirit of life, we let go. For this 1 hour, may we let go of our anxieties, our fears, our anger, our self-doubts, our regrets, our petty grievances, and our distractions. If only for this 1 hour, let the flame of this chalice burn them from our hearts and minds, and light our way to peace and serenity. For this 1 hour only.
In addition to our chalice flame burning here at People's Church, we have people who have lit chalices on Vliet Lane, Millwood Neighborhood, Parkview Hills, Munson Lake near Grand Junction, Edmonds, Washington, Cherry Street, and in Portage. What a gift to be together in time, even when we're not all in the same place. This church is a community that supports one another in good times and hard times. One of the ways we do this is when we gather, we invite those who wish to share joys, sorrows, or other milestones of their lives. If you're with us on Zoom today, I invite you to chat what you wish, or share what you, type what you wish to share in the chat box. If you're here in person, I invite you to come forward, place a stone in our bowl of water, and use the microphone to speak briefly about what you're holding in your heart today, and remember to tell us your name. And now I place a few more stones for all of the joys and sorrows, triumphs and milestones we're holding quietly in our heart today, those in our wider community and our wider world. Sources of reason and radiance, sources of courage and compassion, keep watch with those who work or watch or weep this day. May the suffering be soothed. May the weary find rest. May the sick be tended. May the dying and those who love them find peace. May the joyous be shielded. And may all of us know we are wrapped in a love that surrounds us always, a web that connects us to all that exists. For the last month or so, Eli, our church administrator, has been off work. He had surgery and now is recovering. And he's doing great. And we are doing our best here to fill the Eli-shaped holes. So some of that is staff, especially our bookkeeper, Christy, and our religious education assistant, Rowan, doing a little bit extra. Some of it's members of the church doing a little bit extra. Some of it is all of us just recognizing that we can't actually fill all the holes, and some things just aren't going to happen right now. And that is all generosity. And you all fully funding a medical leave is generosity. Eli is not suffering financially as he recovers, which is rare and precious, especially in this country. So I hope you all feel really good about yourselves, because this is part of how we live our values. It's not the big showy, get our names in the headlines sort of ways, but it is the way that make tangible differences in people's lives. So I invite you now to continue to be the generous people that you are. I see our finance team getting ready with the baskets. The offering will now be received.
Sunday we would go to church, pay attention to the priest, that he would read the holy word and consecrate the holy bread, and everyone would kneel and bow. Today the only difference is everything is holy now. Everything is holy now. And when I was in Sunday school, we would learn about the time Moses split the sea in two, and Jesus made the water wine. And I remember feeling sad, miracles don't happen still. Now I can't keep track, 'cause everything's a miracle. Everything's a miracle. Wine from water is not so small, but an even better magic trick is that anything is here at all. So the challenging thing becomes not to look for miracles, but finding where there isn't one. When holy water was rare at best, it barely wet my fingertips, but now I have to hold my breath like I'm swimming in a sea of it. It used to be a world half there, heaven's second-rate hand-me-down, but I walk it with the reverent air, 'cause everything is holy now. Read the questioning child's face Testament. That'd be very hard to say. See another new morning come. Say it's not a sacrament. I tell you that it can't be done. This morning outside I stood, I saw a little red-winged bird shining like a burning bush and singing like a scripture verse. It made me want to bow my head. I remember when church let out, how things have changed since then. Everything is holy now. It used to be a world half there, heaven's second-rate hand-me-down, but I walk it with a reverent air, 'cause everything is whole now.
There we go. Please join me in reciting our thanks for this fine offering. From the countless gifts we each have been given, gifts of life and love and sustenance, we bring these small portions to share in the works of love which none of us can accomplish alone. Our first reading today is by Ted Kooser from the preface to Healing the Divide, Poems of Kindness and Connection. What if, instead of watching the evening news, we were to watch a young man take a drink from a running tap, then wipe his cheek with the sleeve of his shirt? Or see a woman giving her invalid father a bath, rinsing the thin air over his sutured skull? At least for those minutes, so it seems to me, we'd see the world as a richer, more meaningful, a kinder, and more tender place. How It Might Continue by Rosemary Watola Tromer. Whenever we go, the chance for joy, whole orchards of amazement, one more reason to always travel with our pockets full of exclamation marks. So we might scatter them for others like apple seeds. Some will dry out, some will blow away, but some will take root and grow exuberant groves filled with long, thin fruits that resemble one hand clapping, so much enthusiasm as they flutter back and forth, that although nothing is heard and though nothing's really changed, people everywhere for years to come will swear the world is ripe with applause, will fill their own pockets with new seeds to scatter.
And our third reading is Ross Gay in the foreword to How to Love the World, Poems of Gratitude and Hope. He writes, I've been wondering about how we make the world in our witnessing of it. Or maybe I have come to understand, to believe, how we witness makes our world. This is why attending to what we love, what we are astonished by, what flummoxes us with beauty, is such crucial work, such rigorous work. Likewise, studying how we care and are cared for, how we tend and are tended to, how we give and are given, is such necessary work. It makes the world. Witnessing how we are loved and how we love makes the world. Witness and study, I should say. Witness as study, I mean. Truth is, we are mostly too acquainted with the opposite, with the wreckage. It commands our attention, and for good reason. We have to survive it. But even if we understand the wreckage to survive it, it needn't be the primary object of our study. The survival need be. The reaching and the holding need be. The here, have this need be. The come in, you can stay here need be. The let's share it all need be. The love need be, the care need be, that which we are made by, held by, need be. Who's taken us in need be, who's saved the seed need be, who's planted the milkweed need be, who's saved the forest need be, the forest need be, the water, the breathable air, that which witnessed us forth need be, how we love need be. How we need be too, our radiant need, our luminous and mycelial need, our need immense and immeasurable, our need absolute need be. And that study, that practice, that witness is called gratitude. Our gratitude need be. This is what I want to study. This is with whom.
I invite you to find some singing posture. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. When I breathe in, I'll breathe in peace. When I breathe out, I'll breathe out love. When I breathe in, I'll breathe in peace. When I breathe out, I'll breathe out love. Do that part. When I breathe in, I'll breathe in peace. When I breathe out, I'll breathe out love. Last time. When I breathe in, I'll breathe in peace. When I breathe out, I'll breathe out love.
Feed the health, starve the dysfunction. When I was brand new in ministry, several mentors offered me this advice about congregational life and congregational leadership. Feed the health, starve the dysfunction, meaning pay attention to what is working well in a church. Don't give all your energy to what isn't. meaning you are the bright, shiny new minister, and people are going to want to spend time with you. And if you only focus on the parts of the church that aren't working well or is conflictual, people might consciously or unconsciously begin not acting in great ways because that's where they know you're giving your attention. And you don't want to encourage that. So give your attention to good leaders and great committees and joyful parts of the church. And maybe people will unconsciously rise to that instead. Or meaning, sometimes when the stakes are low, strategically ignoring something mildly dysfunctional creates the necessary space for someone else who feels inspired to come in and create something better. Maybe you have seen similar or received similar instructions in various parts of your life. And of course, feed the health, starve the dysfunction isn't entirely true all of the time. Any saying that could fit on a bumper sticker is not entirely true all of the time. I think I take that as an article of faith. But it has been valuable to me. Pay attention to what is good, not just what is terrible. Put your focus on the thriving, the healthy, the flourishing, the surviving. Study the wreckage only as much as is necessary, but study the care and the generosity and the beauty of the world just as much, if not more. The reality is that our attention is finite. We can't give our attention to everything. It is a precious resource. We have 24 hours in our days. A third of them are spent sleeping, roughly. And then a significant percentage of the leftover 16 hours is spent on obligations. Sometimes meaningful and joyful obligations, but obligations nonetheless. Caring for ourselves or the other beings in our charge. Working for income. Maintaining our health. Keeping chaos at bay, which is what I say when I'm doing chores. It makes it sound a lot more dramatic. So what's left? That amount of time varies person by person, day by day, but it is precious. And today I want to focus on how we steward that time, that attention, that energy. I'm not going to tell you to maximize your time. I think we've all received too many things that if you write 3 paragraphs a day, by the end of the year you have a novel. That's not what I'm interested in. Productivity is not my point. You don't need to accomplish anymore. That's not where your worth lies. If writing that novel or training for that marathon or whatever big ambitious project is your joy, please do that. But don't do that out of obligation. I speak from experience when I say that sometimes at the end of the day, there is nothing better than watching a TV show I've seen many times before and just settling on my couch. That kind of rest, whatever it looks like for you, is important and vital. What I am saying is do it on purpose. Steward your attention, your focus, your energy, the way you steward the other things that are precious to you. Pay attention to your attention. It's easy to get stuck in patterns with shoulds with our attentions. And I want this morning to be a moment to step back and assess and ponder, perhaps it's time to find new patterns. What are you paying attention to now? This is a hard time to be human. And it is so easy for the heartbreak and wreckage of this moment to consume all of our attention. There is a never-ending supply of heartbreak and wreckage in this world. And plenty of organizations and institutions and individuals who are interested in showing that to you, who profit from showing it to you over and over and over again. You could give your whole life to new doom scrolling and never reach the bottom. That is what's real right now. Many of you have heard me say, don't watch so much news. This is, for me, part of being a good steward of our attention. And I say this a lot, especially around elections, especially right after a tragedy, because I think news is, in large quantities at least, bad for us. Whether it's cable news or NPR or independent reporters on social media, we are not meant to take it in hour after hour. We are fairly intelligent mammals, and we are not evolved to receive an onslaught of information from all over the world all the time. We're not built for that. It's exhausting. It hurts our nervous systems. It's bad for our emotional well-being. So, I have a little zine workbook for you all. There's copies up here. They also went out in the weekly email. It's called Paying Attention to the News. And it has little questions and little paragraphs and just wonderings to help you assess your relationship. It's by my friend and colleague, E.B., who serves the Unitarian congregation in Jamaica Plain in the Boston area. It has some questions for reflection and exploration about the news. And in the opening paragraph, she writes, "In theory, I stay informed so that I can take action to make things better. But mostly I notice that looking at news websites or listening to news makes me tired and sad. Increasingly, I think staying informed and taking action aren't that connected." I think about this a lot. I have been taught, perhaps you have too, that being informed is itself virtuous, right? You're supposed to have that NPR bumper sticker or tote bag to show that I am a good person. And I'm not sure news makes you a good person. Doesn't make you a bad person. But how many articles or news stories does one need to consume to know what's going on, or to know something, or to call a congressman, or to reach out to a neighbor? Not that many, really. You don't need the 12th news article to be able to do that. So I'm not coming to this project, to this attention stewardship as an expert, but I wanted to share with you a few things I'm trying to do that seem to be helping me. And perhaps in our small groups, we can all share some other things if this is something we're trying to work through. First, I'm trying to be really careful about what videos I watch. I don't watch videos where anyone dies. Like, that is just too hard for my spirit. I can read a written account of an especially newsworthy death, but videos hurt me and don't actually help anyone. No one is more alive because I have watched them die on video, right? So witnessing such awfulness happening to strangers does not empower me to act any more than reading the facts would. And avoiding those videos keeps me from being overwhelmed and sad. Everyone has a different calculation here, but this is what makes sense for me. Second, a friend and I are trying, and sometimes failing, not to consume news between dinner and breakfast. Like, setting that as a line, that after dinner, no more news. I don't look at anything newsy before I've had my breakfast. I make exceptions sometimes, and I fail more often than I really want to admit in a public forum like this, but I'm trying to hold true to this rule, and it's good for me. If the news is important, it will wait, and often the breaking news stories at night have a lot more context by the next morning. So I offer these as possibilities, not requirements. Maybe they make sense for you, maybe they don't. And as I try to shift my attention away from the wreckage, I'm trying to fill it with something else. So for me, most of my news consumption happens on my phone, through news websites or social media or podcasts. And so I keep an ebook on my phone all the time. Thank you, public library, for having these for free. So when I have those moments, waiting in line or waiting for something, when I would start doom scrolling, I read a page or two of a book. Or I open up a language learning app, or I text a friend. Or I've hidden all my social media and news apps from my home screen, so I have to at least click 2 times before I get to them, which is not really that much of a barrier, but occasionally it helps. And when I'm home, I try to set my phone in another room, so it's not this thing that I reach for in quite the same way. Maybe that's helpful for you all. Maybe your news is coming at you in different technological ways. So we don't all need to do the same things here, but I think it's important to talk about how we're living through this heartbreaking, wreckage-filled moment and try in our own ways to do things on purpose, not because we think we should or we've always done it that way. So this is my moment where I stop talking and I invite you all to start talking. And I know we'll have a Zoom breakout room for our Zoomers. And in this room, I invite you to move away from people you know well, if you're up for it. If you came in the same car today, don't be in the same little discussion group, because you can talk about your discussion groups as you go home. If you're up for it, I'm not checking IDs and addresses or anything, but I encourage you to talk to people you don't usually talk to. And we'll have, what do we have, 15, 20 minutes for this conversation? Go for it. So I encourage you all to continue these conversations. I've gotten to eavesdrop a little bit of the ones here in the room, and especially the cross-generational conversations are sounding really rich about how things have changed over the last few generations, especially with regard to news and attention. So thank you all for giving this your attention today. Thank you for being here. You don't need to do anything with the chairs, because we will not have this many probably by the time you get here next week. So having them a little cockeyed is fine. And we are going to sing each other out of this space the way we sing out our children during the regular church year. So you know this one probably. Thank you all. Let's go in peace and go in love.
Go forth in peace in search of wisdom, with love to guide you on your way. And may the joy of life surround you wherever you may go. Go forth in peace in search of wisdom, with love to guide you on your way. And may the joy